Time is 9 p.m. You just punched out of work for the day. You say goodbye to your coworkers and think about what to eat for dinner on your way to the train station. As you contemplate on whether you should budget for the week or treat yourself for the night, you trip and brace for impact over a mysteriously placed pad of some sort. As you get your bearings straight, you notice a short, floating organism with a mask with 3 holes on it, 2 for the eyes and 1 for the mouth, and seems to be clothed in a red robe of some kind and sporting a purple bow tie. Before you have a chance to speak your mind, the creature urges you to cough up all your life savings for a round of fun. Fun, you say to yourself? But before you can even comprehend the strange situation you found yourself in, you peek over to your wallet, which has flown out and a stream of your hard-earned cash is flowing into the creature's pockets. You exclaim in anger to demand the money back, but before you're able to get your sentence out, you realize you've been teleported to a secret house filled with all sorts of colorful decorations with checkered flooring and red velvet curtains. You glance over to the center of the room and discover a giant podium which contains a giant ball of steel with sharp teeth, which is supposed to resemble a dog of some sort. Next to it, it is a much tinier version. Next to them are the biggest and brightest cakes you have ever laid your eyes upon. Gazing upon the sweet confectionery causes your stomach to grumble. The creature then appeared out of thin air and explained the rules. You are to choose which of the 2 will eat their cakes the fastest. If the chain shop you chose wins, I will double all your money, and you will get to leave as you wish. However, if you choose wrong, I will proceed to pilfer every scrap of money you possess or anything of value. You stare at the creature in shock, as if you're waiting for this nightmare to end, and that this whole sequence is just a dream. After a few minutes attempting to slap yourself awake, you realize that this is indeed reality. You reluctantly choose the big one because it looked quite obvious he had a voracious appetite. You might be hallucinating, but you swore you heard them talking and about how hungry they were the moment, but you shake off the thought. The masked creature initiates a match and hits a nearby bell, and they're off. As you watch in anticipation for the big one to win, so you can take your winnings and get the heck out of there already, the big one seems to have a considerable head start, and your sense of hope is glimmering. But, out of nowhere, the little one seems to have a few tricks up his non-existent sleeves, and you notice a very faint, malicious smirk as he was devouring the cake. Suddenly, the big one immediately stopped eating as if it was experiencing a major stomachache, and it began to collapse due to food poisoning somehow, and the little one took his sweet time eating the cake, seeing as he has no competition. You notice what happened and immediately yelled at the creature to stop the match, as this is clearly rigged in his favor. But the masked creature stares intently at the match, seemingly ignoring what you are telling him, and as soon as the cake is eaten, he springs into action and rings the bell indicating and the game is done. He ominously faces you and utters the very words you were terrified of hearing from the very beginning. You are now my slave. Before you can fully take into account what is actually happening, you feel this tremendous pain as if your entire body is undergoing a brutal transformation. Your arms and legs are retreating into your body like a turtle, and your entire upper body is crunching into a ball formation. You can hear the sounds of your bones crunching, echoing in the cold halls of the gambling parlor, as you helplessly take notice that the masked creature is basking in the view of you suffering. Somehow you can tell he's smiling with malicious intent underneath that creepy mask of his. Once the transformation has finished, you try to speak but feel compelled to bark like a dog. You realize that you have turned into the very same cake-eating monster. The creature informs you that you will be taking the dead one's place and be forced to take part in this vicious scam. You realize your only way out of this horrendous nightmare is to have someone take your place and suffer the same fate as the big one did by ingesting poison. It didn't take long until the masked creature brought in another human. Tears stream down your eyes as you realize that human is your little brother who was wandering the streets looking for you. You yell with all your might, trying to tell him to flee, but can only communicate by barking. "I picked that one," says your brother. Little did he know, he just sealed both him and your fate. Your masked creature rings the bell, and thus continues the vicious cycle. Thank you for watching. What other Mario Party character will be terrifying if brought to life in our world? Comment down below, and please like and subscribe for more challenge, ranking, and analysis videos like this.